Welcome back, everyone. Glad to see you here. Wow. You know, even when I do a video and it's a couple of hours late, I feel like I'm 3 days behind. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. But we got a lot to talk about today, right? TikToxicated. Listen, if you ever see this hashtag or ever see this word out there, just know that Lancescurv put it out there first, because as far as I know, right, I Googled it. I couldn't find anything like this, right? So I made up a word. Let's see how far it goes. I'm going to hashtag this TikToxicated, and I want you to hashtag it and share it with everybody else too. Let's make this hashtag go out there. But it's like TikTok and intoxicated. It's not a funny situation at all. It's a very dangerous situation, because now, you see, we don't really know the effects of social media on the brain, but we have enough time now under our belt to understand that it is definitely jacking up the generations that are younger coming up, and jacking up some of us who are older, right? Who should know better. Listen, it's not just relegated to teenagers and preteens. We're talking folks in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, and I know people in their 60s. And it's not just TikTok. But we're going to pick on TikTok today, because usually I used to pick on Facebook. I used to pick on YouTube, Instagram. They're all the same. I mean, they may operate a little bit, but it's like trying to poison somebody, and you go into the place there where you can get some poison and say, hey, which poison is the best? I want to poison somebody. Well, this has this chemical in it, and this has that chemical in it. You know, come on. It's different roads to the same thing. So I want to speak on something. I'm going to read something for you really quick. Why is TikTok so addictive? TikTok is set to introduce a 1 hour a day limit feature for young people in an effort to improve their well-being. This means that any user who is under the age of 18 will not be able to access the app for more than 60 minutes a day unless they enter a passcode and make an active decision to extend that amount of time. So what does that mean? I mean, come on. It's like, okay, I'm locking you up in jail, but here's the keys so you can get out of jail really quick. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. Well, let me take a look at something here. Okay, I was a little distracted. Anyway, we all know what that does. It ruins children's minds. It takes their minds off of the things that they need to be focused on. Schoolwork, making themselves a better individual, and total obedience to their parents. But no, it's not going to happen that way. So what is it that makes TikTok so addictive for young people? As with other social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, TikTok's algorithm selects content suitable for users, which coincides with their viewing habits. It's like a designer drug. For certain individuals, this feature makes the site highly addictive and potentially dangerous. The team of addiction specialists at private rehab clinic Delamere have shared their insight on why TikTok is so addictive and how to recognize when your usage develops into addiction, and tips on how to curb your TikTok addiction. Damn, TikTok addiction, almost like methamphetamines and crack cocaine, and what the heck is going on? Well, anyway, since launching back in 2016, TikTok has gained more than 1 billion monthly active users and has emerged as one of the most popular social media platforms in the world. The key to its success is the endless cycle of short form videos, which lasts for around 15 to 60 seconds. That's that hit of crack, y'all. The content on TikTok is completely targeted toward each individual. Likes, comments, watch time, and shares all feed into a recommendation algorithm, which then evaluates how suitable a video is for each user's and reflects the user's interest, in turn causing them to stay on the app for a longer period of time. This is addiction. The process offers an endless thread of on-trend content to watch and fuels the highly addictive nature of the app. TikTok creates a For You page, which reflects preferences unique to each user, creating a personal link between viewers and the app. This differs from other social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, as it builds an emotional connection between users. This being another feature that increases the usability and appeal of the app. The For You page is designed for you to scroll through an endless amount of targeted videos. There is no wasting time in between each video. All users need to do is swipe to watch the next one. It's that easy. And that can be seriously addictive and contributes to the number of time users spend on the app. This is a contrast from the social media platform YouTube, where users only watch a short amount of videos that are often longer in duration and contain advertisements. Another aspect of TikTok that makes the app addictive is the use of short videos. The social media platform allows its users to both create and watch short video content that is primarily 15 seconds in length. People crave micro entertainment and short bursts of video distraction. This is one of the main reasons for the app's popularity. Content is short, fun, and on trend. How to curb your TikTok addiction. I don't know how many people want to do this, but here's how to do it. Number one, your social media platforms cause extreme negative emotions. It is natural to get a dopamine kick from the likes and comments on your photos. However, constantly refreshing your feed to track likes by the minute or getting real pleasure from online attention may be a cause for concern. If you find yourself acting this way every time you post a photo, it's time to turn that phone off and focus your mind elsewhere. But see, here's the thing. You got middle-aged folks doing this. You got middle-aged folks competing with other middle-aged folks for hits and likes and attention. But they will never admit this, but I know some people personally. See, I've been on social media a long time. I've been out here since 2001, before you called it social media, and even a couple years before then. Remember web TV? Well, I was on that from 1998, right? So my work began in 2001, but I've been on social media for a very long time. And I'm a creator. I have something to offer. See, I see a lot of people, and especially women, shaking their backsides like that's all they have to offer. Yes, men are going to look at it, they're going to like it, but that doesn't mean they like you, right? So this is strange. It's strange indeed. Okay, number two, social media is taking over your life. If you find that using social media is interfering with your life, such as your work or education, it's time to do a digital detox. I like that. I'm going to use that in the title this week. Similarly, if you are starting to feel guilty about how long you have been spending online, or notice it is causing you to become socially isolated, this is a clear indication that you need to make some changes. Number three, you are unable to keep to your schedules. Following the above, if you find you're procrastinating or struggling to keep up with appointments and schedules due to social media usage, this is an indicator that you've lost sight of your priorities, as the urge to go online has overtaken them. Number four, you are suffering from physical aches and pains. The recent tics surge is just one example of social media addiction having physical effects on the body. As well as this, extensive social media usage can lead to problems such as neck ache, back pain, headaches, and carpal tunnel syndrome. It can also lead to issues with your vision or insomnia. With any kind of addiction, it can cause people to neglect their personal hygiene or diet too. 5. Your finances are being impacted. While many social media platforms are free, they can still be an expensive habit, as social platforms are full of swipe ups, Sponsored posts and ads, they can quickly make an impact on your bank balance. If you're finding it difficult to resist online ads or find yourself making excessive purchases, this is a sign you should limit your usage. A gentleman named Martin Preston adds, just because internet addiction does not involve a substance as such does not make it any less damaging. Cognitive behavioral therapies combined with other evidence-based therapies to treat the underlying causes of the problem often prove to be the most successful in terms of internet addiction treatment. Number 6, lack of sleep. Whether it's checking your work messages right before bed or surfing TikTok as soon as you wake up, social media addiction not only affects your ability to get sleep, but also impairs the quality of your sleep. I know a couple people like that. All day, all night, but they'll never admit it. YouTube in the day, Clubhouse at night, no life at all. They're going to be found dead on the keyboard. Number 7, loneliness and insecurity. Some people rely heavily on their phones to overcome feelings of loneliness and depression, when actually the pressures of social media or misreading text messages can make these emotions worse. Number 8, becoming self-absorbed, as well as putting a physical barrier between yourself and whoever you're with. An obsession with waiting to compulsively check social media, sharing pictures of food, holidays, and yourself can mean you become more connected with your online world than the real one. And that's the truth. Put your phone down sometime. Take a long walk. People ask me, Lance, you're on social media so much, but it doesn't seem to be stopping you from doing what you do. And people have accused me, you're so self-absorbed. That's all you do. Well, if that's all I do, how did I leave the country and move to another country? How did I move to another country and did things that many people couldn't even do in the country I came from? That's not bragging. That's showing you that social media is a very small part of my life and in my head. And what I do, I limit it and I create hard. I might sit in front of the computer a lot and do graphics and do some graphics for somebody to get paid. I'm on the computer then, but nobody counts that. Nobody understands that I have a set time to check social media briefly, to check my emails, to do what I do. And I have time where I live life, and I might go out on one of them balconies and stare off the mountains and just enjoy myself and fall asleep. My conversations on the phone, if it doesn't involve business, they're just like anybody else. And I share things with friends of mine. That's cool. But the bottom line is that it enhances my life. But I don't indulge in it so much where it takes away from my life. I like to create. I've been creating from when I came out of the mother's womb. I think I came out with a pencil in my hand, right? And a pen in my hand and drawing pictures. And I love to draw. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do some tonight. Right? I was doing that long before social media. So I know myself. I know what I like. I like music. Well, I might put on YouTube or YouTube music and play some old songs from back in the day, which brings me back to memories back then. Pleasant memories with my friends and female companionship. That had nothing to do with social media. The bottom line is that I had a very exciting life before social media. So now at 60 years old, I can take time. I can take a couple hours and create things because it's a hobby of mine. I don't take it serious like that. I create something, I throw it out there. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I try to get better. Well, why didn't I do as good as the last one? Well, let's find out. Let's make things better. But that's not going to stop me from taking a long walk into the town. That's not going to stop me from enjoying a nice meal at a restaurant that I like to go to with loved ones and friends. That's not going to stop me from having quiet, alone time. I'll go out on the balcony, lay back on the chair, and let the breeze hit me. Let the sun hit me. That has nothing to do with social media because I come from a time when social meant engagement. Social media? Okay, you can get to meet some very nice people, which I have. You can get to meet some snakes out there, which I have, right? But you have to make the decision how you run your life. You can't get caught up in this thing so much. I know people who are bothered that I do what I do, and running around telling people his platform is going to die. He's not going to have it. I will rule. I will be the best one. I had to do some stuff. It's crazy. You get to middle age, you don't even know you're going to be alive the next day. That could happen when you're a teenager. But all I'm saying, does it really mean that much to you? Oh, man. Like I said, have you ever found yourself in a race that you never knew that you were in? And all the people racing you, you notice that you're in this race. I didn't know I was in a race. You mean all y'all were running against me? And now you're looking mad because I'm winning a race that I didn't even know that I was in. That's crazy. That's got to piss people off. Well, if you're going to be pissed off, so be pissed off. Because this is not about a race. This is about enhancing your life. And if you have any knowledge, you can enhance somebody else's life. But don't get so caught up in it. How much ketchup do you put on a hamburger? How much mustard do you put on a hot dog? Right? How much alcohol does one put in that cup of Coca-Cola when you're at the club? I don't know because I don't drink. But that's how it is. Cross the line and damage your life. Damage your ability to have and maintain friendships. Damage your ability to make corrections in your life. Damage your ability to really connect with someone. And to not just connect with someone on a superficial level because you saw members of the opposite sex and they look so good and you looked at 1,000 profiles that day. And so this next one that's meant for you, who's your soulmate, who is the one, you can't accept them because they didn't look like the best features and all of those hundreds of profiles and avatars and pictures that you saw. This is too much. We should know that already. But wait till another decade or two to see the effect that it's had on us. Because before I wrap it up, I'm going to say this. Back in the day, we can say, you know what? We enjoyed ourselves sitting on the front steps. We enjoyed ourselves going to the park. Might have been broke. Might have had $2 in our pocket, but $2 stretched a whole lot more than it does today. If you had 10 or 20, you were rich. I'm talking about like just turned 13, 14 years old back in the day, right? So we have memories. I speak with friends that we've known each other for so many decades from back in the 70s and have kept in contact all of this time. So if you take social media away from us, we're not going to suffer. But it's like this. What are the children and the youngsters going to say today when they think back on their memories back in the day, which is now? Hey, man, remember the time we used to spend on TikTok 6, 7, 8 hours? Man, I sent you some pictures, didn't I? Do you throw a ball? Do you push yourself physically? Do you know the art of conversation? All young individuals should know how to communicate their feelings and know how to be social. Now you have social misfits. You see them in the street. I don't mean just the youngsters. Get some old folks who are jacked up from other things anyway. Social media and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube has made it worse. But if you didn't get that point, TikTok causes you to have an emotional connection with those who follow you and who you follow. You like one of their pictures, they'll come back and like one of yours. And people will be observing you and getting connected to you, and you don't even know it. I'm used to it. I've been in this game for a long time. It doesn't freak me out. I know where to draw the line, but this is stuff that happens. You have people out there who are vibing off your energy, negative or positive. You have some people who follow you who can't stand you. Could you imagine that? They don't like you. They can't stand you. But they follow you, they watch you, they peep on you. They don't say anything to you in the street. They might like you a little bit. And you have the other ones who can't stand you. You put your life out there. If you're living a good life, they don't like you. If you don't get into drama, they don't like you. They'll ride with you for a while, and just like anything else, they will build you up. You're the greatest thing. We love you. And when there's no fall, they get mad because you continue to go higher, and they compare that to their miserable life. I'm not saying anybody here has a miserable life, but there are a lot of people out there who don't not even go after attaining a good life that they like because they don't even know what they like. They're so busy following behind people. How are you going to know what you want if you don't look on the menu of life and pick what you want? You can't follow behind everybody and think you're going to get a good dish, because what they pick might be nasty to you. You see what I mean? You got to have a mind of your own. You have to have a strong mind. You have to have stick-to-itiveness, because this social media universe is very sticky, and you have a lot of odd spirits out here. It's a spiritual thing also. When we connect and look at people and have different types of feelings, somehow, some way, they're going to feel it. The spiritual pull, the push and pull. Let me tell you something. If you have about 10 people, well, let's just exaggerate to make a point. If you have about 50 people who despise you, they despise you. You mean to tell me you're going to walk through your day? Now, you don't know these people, right? They only observe you on social media, but they despise you. You're going to feel that. They may not have power over your life, but you're a human being, and you feel and absorb and vibe with things that are unseen. On the same token, when you have people pulling for you, they see the value of what you have to offer. You're going to still feel it. You're going to keep on going. You're going to be motivated. And I'd like to think there's a lot more good for me on social media than bad. Oh, there's some bad stuff out there, bad people. Can't stand you. Is that all you do all day? Because they can't keep up. I'm not even racing anybody. I just decided right now to come on and record something because my big head always has thoughts racing through it. Why not share it? I'm not trying to be this and trying to be that. When you have a mom and pop store on one little block in one little neighborhood, are they trying to be Walmart? Are they trying to be Target? Are they trying to, look, they're happy with the neighborhood, and they're supplying to the neighborhood and community what they like in a custom fashion, more so than the big box stores. So let them do their thing. If I represent a small segment of the people out there that like the things that I put out, another person is made in a special way to attract their crew. We have our crew, the SCURVites. I definitely got to do a little SCURVite shirt like that, right? But yeah, that's what it is. Be happy with what you have. I'm heavily shadow banned. I don't care. I still vibe. I'm on other platforms. YouTube can't stop that. Vary your game. Get out there and do different things. Talk to different people. Get involved in real things. I have 2 new YouTube channels that I'm working on right now. Can't tell you what they are until they're developed, right? You might find them. But I love the variety. There's more to me than meets the eye. I'm a human being and I love it. I love to talk about human things, relationships, and trying to, conflict and trying to solve certain things. That's what I'm all about. Human nature, y'all. I'm not, right now, I can't even say I'm as angry as I used to be. I'm angry at injustice, but I'm not going to sit here perpetually angry at the system and calling people names and stuff. Look, they've been doing what they've been doing. They're going to continue to do it, and I'm going to continue to do what I do without any hold back, without any restraint. So we're going to clash eventually, but I'm going to do what I need to do for the people who vibe with me and continue to do it. And of course, there are other people you follow. I don't get mad at that. Some people want to own everything. Like, I'm going to get on the internet and own the whole internet. Imagine that. I do what I do because it's a natural flow, and I can't help it. I've always been this way. I've always been talkative, but I'm not going to let this thing swallow me up in this particular junction. What's wrong with my throat? I need some water, y'all. Let me get out of here and get some water. I'll come back with another one, but I think I proved my point. TikToxicated, the new word. We're going to get that out there. Anyway, much love to you all. Lancescurv, on to the next one. Like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And let me hear what you have to say about those words that I shared. Much love to you all. Peace.